crediting them at all. I'm just saying they were punching above their weight, right?
It just seems like a lot of people like forget like what they went through to get here. You know, like it was not like
they took the longest route ever.
Sure, but either way, here we go. CT start for Cloud9. We're seeing a lot of this aggressive play on CT. Inferno, Automatic seems to be reveling in it as he'll find 2 opening kills. There, Sticker will chime in as well. He surely goes down, but he lives to fight for another day here. And that's going to be a 5 versus 1 with 2 players map.
1 HP. Yeah, 1 HP Skadoodle, 1 HP for Sticko. Automatic surprisingly gets out with 79 despite firing his last bullet to get the second kill in middle and getting aggressive and nearly caught out for it. Jimqua down as well. Skadoodle with 1 HP finds 1 kill. And Cloud9 start off with all 5 players staying alive, looking very convincing and very sharp to start that round.
Not bad at all. Looking good. As Automatic, like I said, aggressive at the start. It's becoming quite a prevalent strategy these days. And Sticko, this was a great shot from him. He should have been going down with the trade there, but still all 5 players survive, albeit with a couple of them on 1 HP. A force by now for Winstrike, of course, and no bomb being planted. We get into round number 2 here. CZs and 1 P250. They've got 2 smokes. So for me, Banana is obviously the most appropriate position. It's likely to have only 2 players there. Smoke off coffins and obviously the spawn area, try and flash over, but obviously going towards middle. And there's running a default at the start is always going to be viable as the CT smokes come in. So these smokes are great, but now you're almost pressured to maintain this level of presence towards the banana area. Otherwise, those smokes are really in vain, and you won't be able to hold them off when they go for a full commitment. So you can see why Automatic wants to stay down there. Makes a lot of sense. Golden has bait him in here. So far, so good. That smoke was very just, considering they can have this sort of control. They could even leave Automatic there, but I don't think that will be happening just yet, considering he just has an MP9.
Golden waiting it out. Will deep smoke again to help Automatic, who is up close with the similar weapon. The MP9, I shouldn't say similar, it's identical. Or I suppose similar, they probably have different skins.
Yeah, it's fair enough.
That works. We'll go with it. Jimqua's going to jump up. He's inside of the boiler, as to most of his team have taken a similar approach. They'll start to work out with 4 players from the boiler doorway, excuse me. As Automatic continues to try and combat and thwart any potential for waterfalls to strike. Out they go. Smoke still down. Skadoodle's managed 1. Rush firing. The MP9 has to fall off the ledge, get back down toward the pit. Instead, Jimqua. Lena, twice with the CZ. They've turned this around. They might get a bomb plant off of this. Man advantage. Automatic elects not to try and run around and get the bomb planter. We'll see him in the sight now. Jimqua's little for life, but they've overlooked Valina, who once again strikes, gets away, gets a reload in, but oversteps the mark in doing so, and Golden finds the kill.
Well, it was a lot closer than anticipated. Great effort there by Winstrike. Valina managing to get 3 kills wasn't quite enough, and it's going to be a little bit gutting for him. Not being able to close out the round can always be a little bit disappointing, but still, they could even buy up in the next round. I wouldn't be surprised if they did. They have enough for Galil's armor, and considering got it down to a 1 versus 1, I wouldn't think that's the worst call in the world. Why not? They're a scrappy team, Winstrike. Let's see whether they want to force the issue here. I'm actually interested to see what they decide to do. If he can win this round, they're going to do it. Yeah, there it is. Makes sense. Why not? It's unconventional, but considering the fact it came down to a 1v1 and they got the bomb down, why not? Let's see what we can do. A couple of Galils, an AK. It's not looking too bad, really. Have a slight disadvantage compared to Cloud9, but still enough to win a round. I want to be careful, though. They don't want to give up the fact they've got these AKs and Galils just yet. Want to at least have some surprise factor. So only go for shots that are guaranteed here. Nothing speculative. Game is up.
Jimqua says, forget the games.
Yeah, wants the kills. I guess it wasn't a bad attempt, considering the smoke goes down. You're preempting. They'll go to the car and try and gain position. Golden already down at the logs, and Boomich now holding towards middle. Automatic and Golden, though, still looking very comfortable.
So they'll rotate back off. Banana. 4 players to head straight toward the mid wall, 1 inside of the apartments. 3-2 split, but they've led off toward B. So the third player's rotated early. That's going to give a lot of opportunity for Winstrike to wrap onto the site. Cloud9 need to be perfectly ready. Rush in the site. He's going to try and burrow his way in so as not to get caught off by the Rat, but he's very susceptible should his teammate in the pit not be able to find the kill. Exactly that. Waterfalls finds it. Quick gets Sicko. Both players go down. Bomb plant in and a man advantage to try and hold off the rotation. Does Cloud9 elect to go for this or not? They don't have a massive bank. It's a risk.
Yeah, I think saving at this point, considering they're going to be completely reset and financially destroyed. But Golden's at least exploring the options towards quads. He's going to try and contain them on the side, but I don't think it's worth going for, and indeed they will pull back. So, well played. We did say that was an interesting call by Winstrike. Could work out for them massively, and it certainly does. Justified as well. That's going to be a hard reset. Cloud9 can't really take the risk of going for the retake. They haven't got the financial backing to fall back onto, so there we go. Golden will be holding in T-spawn with his friends. Winstrike pretty much survived. Just Valina that went down. 4 of them survived and upgrade to some FAMASs as well. So there we go. Looking quite healthy now. Big round for them to pick up. Remember, this is our first 0-2 game map. We've got a chance. The first team to go home from this sector.
A team will certainly be going home today. There's no question.
Well, there we go.
2 teams, in fact.
Indeed. And if you go 0-3, that means you have to go back through the minors again. You are removed as a legend.
Which is rough. But it's just the way the cookie crumbles.
And to think, Cloud9 are looking down the barrel of that now, and they're the current major champions, but Automatic might have something to say about it. 2 kills lined up for him, trying to get the perfect kill here. He's got anything but gets 1. Looks like they're still absolutely fine here. Sticko with a good response to the Deagle, but Quick could shut it all down here. He'll be rotating back through. He's at the end of apartments. He knows he's got the footsteps, the sound cues here. He's got a guaranteed kill on Rush. Going to take that all day long, and Sticko might join him as well. Oh, he knows he's there? I don't think so. Oh, it looks like he absolutely does. Definitely not. Sticko takes him down. Okay. He looked for it, at least. Just didn't quite spot him.
Yeah, right idea, wrong execution. Cloud9 looking to find, having saved in the last, their 3rd round. Winstrike only with 1. Not a lot of money. AK, bomb in hand for Waterfall. Still a chance he can pull this off. 55 seconds. Doesn't really care about the time. He seems to just want to go. He'll spot Sticko. Sticko spots him. That's more important because now the rotations become a little bit less of a gamble. They know that mid's still open, so they don't want to lead off too soon. It'll be a push down banana, and it doesn't matter because Skadoodle finds the shot instead. They were going to try and pincer him. Cloud9 find 3 rounds.
Well, there we go. Cloud9 bouncing back. Automatic. Pushing down towards the bottom of banana. Definitely had 2 on the plate, but still 1 was fine. Enough to win the round, it seems. As Sticko gets it done with the Desert Eagle. Great stuff by him to reposition towards the hay bales. Gets the 2nd kill. And close out the round, essentially. 3-1 resets for Winstrike. Couldn't really bring much to the table here. Just some PT50s. Boomich gets some armor. And Jimquire as well. And they've got a 1 smoke as Cloud9 managed to get back on their feet.
Back on their feet, but back to B. And we'll see what Winstrike can come up with the pistols once more. Bombs in the hands of Waterfalls, as it seems to be time and time again. Overstep from Golden knocks him off the coffin. He does damage, but that doesn't really matter. Automatic only gets 1. He's gone down because he didn't have the support from Golden after he fell off the ledge to the pistol instead. He's dropped. Waterfalls finds it. Thankfully, Sticko gets 1 through the smoke. Quick dropped, and that's due to Golden's damage earlier on, but it's still a bomb plant. This could have been a little bit more efficient from Cloud9. They've given away an M4 as well. Valina's going to be holding on to that. Not for long, though. Falls. Do anything either. So the defuse comes through. Cloud9 go 4-1 again. I think that could have been a little bit better in the B site, but still they keep 3 players up.
Well, it was against an eco, and the fact the bomb gets down and lose a couple of kills is always going to be disappointing. It actually gives Winstrike a very healthy amount of cash here. 4-1 for Cloud9. Waterfalls on the AWP for the first time on the T side. Can be a tricky weapon to operate with, and Sticko will be swapping weapons with Skadoodle. He buys the AWP for him. Haven't seen much from Skadoodle in recent months, I will say that much. Took a bit of a hiatus after the major. Came back into the team. And in the last couple of months, been very quiet. The team has, in general, haven't attended a ton of events. They haven't looked their best here, 0-2. Lost in overtime earlier in the tournament to Hellraisers. And now Skadoodle has a chance to get a nice opening frag here. They are heading towards middle. Smoke down. A good nade. He's done a lot of damage with that.
Yeah, lots of damage, mostly to Valina. The fact that Waterfalls and Jumqua have also lost or sustained damage early on is also a benefit, but it's still the first kill for Waterfalls. Takes out Golden on the AWP. Skadoodle, with his op, is going to try to pull back out toward Quad. Boiler door, he'll watch it. Sticko with the smoke is going to cross back over, get in a position where they can rotate a player off of the arch side, but also not give it up too easily and give access to a split towards the B site. Player in rotation is Rush. He'll join Automatic.
Oh, that's a horrible little smoke.
It's not great, is it?
That really is quite easy to throw as well. Just take your time. But still, I guess the gap could be somewhat beneficial to the CTs.
Yeah, okay, the flash is one way to peek it. I was going to say it's interesting because if they commit, he can swing, and fair enough, it worked. Whether or not intended, I don't think it was. They decided, okay, you know what, we've made a mistake, let's use it to our advantage, and it pays off. Automatic 2 kills over the top, and that lets Sticko back in. 5-1 Cloud9.
Yeah, you're absolutely right. Just making the best of a bad situation certainly works out. It's surprising, at least. And you can see, I think they're laughing about it now. Golden especially is like, well, you somehow pulled that one off. There we go. Not bad. We missed the smokes and still win the rounds. And it will be Winstrike there. Not really getting much done. Pretty clean sweep towards the end there from Cloud9. 5-1, looking quite healthy. Should be an eco, I'd imagine, for Winstrike and co. They've got about $2,500 per player. So not really much I can do here. Just to know, Boomage 0-5 right now. At the top, it will be Waterfalls 5-5. Top Cloud9 is Sticko 9-3. The bottom is Rush 3-4. Skadoodle, I want to see him do some disgusting things with the AWP. It's been a while. As Sean said, Inferno is one of his best. I'll take his word for it.
Sean would never lie.
Anders has been calling him a rat. So
why has Anders been calling him a rat?
Or Jason has or something, about because he's not back in the North American team.
Oh,
predictions.
come on, Jason. It's always Jason. Sticko's got Valina. He'll hold off inside of Boiler as well. Bomb down in alt middle. He's aware of that. Takes out Boomich, who is trying to jump up and give him a bit of a problem. Quick's the one to do it instead. He'll sneak out from the stairwell. And then backs off, but still the round looking relatively in control for Cloud9. And a 6-1 scoreline could be on the cards as a result of that. That is a ridiculously good shot from Jumqua.
It's very good. Automatic feeling that one. They're going to throw a rifle down. It's going to be put in the hands of Jumqua now. 3 versus 2. Always a chance in these situations, but Golden's positioned very nicely here towards T-steps. He's locked them in, but they are sort of aware of the prospect of this. And unfortunately, they can have all the awareness in the world, but now the bomb is down. And that's a nice shot from Skadoodle to close things out. There it is, 6-1, and 3 players survived. There was the eco remember for Winstrike. Still got a couple of kills. Keep Cloud9 on a relatively short leash in terms of their finances. Haven't swollen out of control just yet. As we'll get ready for the next round here. And he's going to be number 8, and the Orbs out for Waterfalls once again. He currently has 5 kills to his name. Skadoodle with 5 as well, so keep tracking the Orb battles there.
Automatic's going to go straight toward middle. Same as the pistol round. Going to run right down. Nade's going in. Smokes as well. They won't yet see him. He's elected not to commit fully. He's backed off. He gets caught out by Boomich, and Boomich is going to double up and take down Golden as well as he tried to transfer to the top side of alt mid. Quick was aware. He was inside of the apartments last time as well. He's able to get Sticko. So the aggression from Cloud9 did not pay off. I dare say Automatic. No one was really watching mid for the mid stairs. Dare say if he pushed down, he might have been better off to take that a fully committed approach. Skadoodle needs to try and make up for lost ground, but flashed off the angle, elects not to fire into it. Bomb well down and waiting at T-stairs. It'll be gathered now, and the player grabbing it. Waterfalls will rotate around to alt middle, suggesting that they want to go toward A and go toward Rush, who wants to play aggressive so as to get information early and not have to gamble with off angles. Low HP on Quick, thankfully, because he was a little bit slow to get the shot. He's aware that they're trying to take the apartments, and he'll rush toward Quad to try and stop them. Late for the Molotov. Good call not to commit to the incendiary and not have a gun ready. They would have gotten by that before it even landed, and he would have been sitting duck. Now he gives himself a chance. Skadoodle's going to join him in that. Fine shot on Jimqua, and a beautiful one on Waterfalls. It's now down to a 1-on-1.
That's more like it. Wow, Skadoodle shows us what he's made of there. 1 versus 1 indeed. Boomich going for the open plan. Also Steel to go for that one. Boomich with an HE grenade up against a fully equipped Skadoodle.
Scoped in already, no noise required. He's been scoped in since he walked down toward mid. He'll check the site. Smoke instead, wants to isolate pit. Flash suggests he's not sure where he is, but thrown high in the sky, it collects both directions. Behind the pillar, Boomich's shot. That gives away his position. Skadoodle tries to fire off a no-scope in return. It's the Quick instead, and it's Skadoodle with 3 to clutch it back for Cloud9.
That's wild. That's exactly what I was looking for. Skadoodle gets it done. A classic sequence from him. Looked very confident. No doubt in his mind he's going to hit that final shot. Great stuff. This one especially, Matt, was absolutely crazy. Real quick. As things up as well. That was not an easy shot. Let's have a look at that. And just the slow motion. There it is. My God. Pretty beautiful. Just in the nick of time as well. 7-1. And with the bomb down, and I'm pretty sure the loss bonus is getting there now. 5th stage indeed. Maximum loss bonus it can definitely buy here. Winstrike, but needs to start posting some rounds.
So Ska looks down mid this time. Didn't commit to crossing over, didn't want to go upstairs, was just seeing if anyone was going to be rushing. Didn't spawn it. Rush, speaking of rushing, is going to go out and try and boost his teammate up on top of Atrium, but gets a kill while doing so. So not bad, they don't necessarily have to commit to that position. In fact, they'll fall back. As Golden is pushed just enough to fire and get automatic into position at tree. Not the first time we've seen that setup. We saw him down on the left side last time with the MP9, this time the right in the trees position. We'll wait and see if anyone goes back toward Banana. Waterfall's just going to hang out with Valina. A lot of top mid presence so far from Winstrike, seeming to take Boiler in the apartment position quite frequently. Haven't seen a lot of contention toward Banana to try and establish some sort of control of that portion of the map, which might be a key to it for them. They might try and lock Cloud9 in and limit the rotations. Ska's ready, jumps across, makes no mistake yet again. That one almost looked slow motion. He's become so quick.
Yep. And they'll do very well. And Skadoodle didn't have to take that challenge, to be fair. He hits Golden already watching Arch for him. That was covered. It was locked down. Just risking this round now as they make their way towards Quad. Smoke in front of the pit. Golden taken down as well. This all stems from that overcommitment. The rush holds strong. Managed to get 2, and that should be it because there's only 15 seconds remaining. The bomb's down. Quick only has 13 HP. 2 kills to his name. Can't even plant at this point, and I think he knows it's going to have to hold up and let this round slip away. 3 kills for Rush, so 2. Or just a 1 for Skadoodle. It's that quick pick. Golden taken down, but still they keep 3 players alive. We get into the next round. No money given to Quick, just a note. So his teammates, they want to force around him. He can't drop. So wants to play. I think a tactical timeout might be in order. Not taking one just yet. So they're getting into it. Not going to force, just going to partially buy into this round. Due to the fact they have that AK and maximum loss bonus, of course. 8-1, Cloud9 looking much better today.
8 down, just barely scratched the surface. They're as deep as an ocean, Henry. Quick's already up to the barrels, AK in hand. Ska going for the longer angle to look at Boiler because it coincides with the fact that if they go through the smoke, that's roughly where they will appear anyway. Now he'll take the alternate angle. More conservative, but even then wants to back off. Again, it's going to be out through Boiler into the top side of middle. Pistols in the single AK. Stick out. readies himself for the fight. Not ready enough. Smoke down, but he's late. Has to get around the corner. He knows they're chasing. Nice bounce flash. Clever, but only gets him 1 kill. It's the right idea. It just didn't quite work out for him. Nonetheless, Automatic's already gone back to spawn. He'll catch them off. Does realize Jimk was already there. He's got the M4 picked up, so no need to re-peek and readdress it. Boomvich getting the kill on to Rush, though, gives them another weapon to work with. And now they've got 3 guns, and they've got some control. CT spawn, they're going to go back toward A. It's a gamble, actually, to rotate down Banana and go toward A, but they know 22 seconds, and they haven't arrived toward B as of yet. This is where they will go. Skadoodle in the sight. Oh, Skadoodle. That's pretty sick.
Wow. It looked like they were still going to win the round, whether he died or not, but the fact he played it like that, looked so confident, that's when he gets in that godlike mode. This is what we like to see, and unfortunately we don't see it that often from him anymore, and when it does come online, it is absolutely beautiful to watch. Look at that. Stunning. 9-1. Winstrike on the partial buy. Another close round, but still have to let it go. 9-1 as Winstrike will have AKs and AWPs. Or AWP, I should say, singular. Skadoodle will be looking towards mid. Like I said, once he gets in this sort of zone, it's difficult to get him out of it. He gets so confident, willing to take shots, and needs to be careful here. He knows they were going to pick off the back of that. I think Valina spotted the shadow of Sticko, but it doesn't matter. They get 2 kills in response. Great little setup here from Cloud9. Quick, pretty much the last line of defense, or offense, I should say, as he's going to try and make a play happen there, but down he goes as well.
Rush with the kill. And it's all looking great from Cloud9 at 9-1, about to become 10, you'd think. Golden, the one to wait at B. Bomb still down at mid. Waterfall's hoping someone's going to head that direction, but it's not looking likely. There's no need for them to overextend to that degree. More so that Rush is already outside of the apartments as well, holding topside mid. Or alt mid, rather. Lackluster 2-man execution to beat. Interestingly enough, that's all you really need. 2 smokes, Molotov out, cover off the 2 choke points and try and isolate the players in the site, but it's a large task. Automatic playing at the fountain, perfectly positioned. Jimko doesn't even see him. Waterfalls does. But a 1 versus 4. 32 seconds. Nearly got the 2nd kill. Yeah, they do have to be somewhat careful, don't they?
Just lock him in. You don't have to rush him down, run that timer down. That's a good smoke, though. That's much better. That's going to guarantee him being dropped eventually. It's just how expensive it's going to be at this point. Not very. Sticko will find the final frag. There he goes. He's getting very one-sided now. That's going to be the money destroyed as well. Another partial buy on the books for Winstrike here. Can't really do much of it. It's a difficult game to pick yourself up from, knowing you lose this map. The coach doesn't look that happy about it. Oh, God. Head in the hands. That's the person you need behind you, looking like you're fired up.
Well, in some ways, thankfully, he is behind you, so you don't have to see it.
It's like, come on, mate. Let's at least look enthusiastic.
Yeah, you're supposed to be the last member to be
even
crushed.
if that's how you feel, sure, but you can't let everyone else know. That's the whole thing. Either way, rushing
you
Banana.
guys are awful. You guys are. He's like He's like Gordon Bombay.
Yeah,
just the worst coach ever.
I get it. Like we said, it's difficult. Realization, this could be it now. You're getting battered in the do-or-die game. Nothing's going right for you. Getting close rounds, but they're not being converted. And now you just rush Banana. You've taken about 300 damage. So we'll see what they can do here.
Waterfalls will get up toward the apartments. CZ to work with, wants to check out the boiler doorway. He goes straight up. He only catches out Skadoodle. Decides, yeah, not to stick around, not to give away the AWP. Golden flash. That's about the only thing you can do to anyone in that position. Flash is the only grenade that's going to apply, and it does not in this case. He was partially blind, but certainly ready. 3 kills, 1 assist, and 11-1 for Cloud9.
Pretty cool. I love that position. Works out once again. 11-1, I would say Winstrike need the rest of these rounds to stand a chance here. Golden did get flashed at the start, but recovered. And then some as well. That's great from him. Automatic helping out. As we go round number 13. Not being the game I was hoping for here. I thought Winstrike would really show us what they're made of. It is difficult being on the T side of Inferno, but they're not really looking like they're going to be dangerous at all here. Valina, 3-12. Boomich, 3-11. Jimqua, 4-11. No one really fragging right now. That's the problem. They have got waterfalls on 7 and quick is 8. They've got close to some rounds here, but when so much is on the line, close is not quite going to cut it, I'm afraid. Another tactical timeout. That coach really needs to pick up his morale. I remember his coach now from QB5. I remember he was when we were doing the E-League studio last time.
Yeah, he was crazy.
It's
he was
that guy.
staring teams down, and that's right. He was absolutely screaming at times. He was literally death staring the other team.
Yeah. So there you go. That makes sense now. He's a very passionate chap. So fair play. Anyway, let's get into round 13.
He's more of a John Tortorella.
Don't know who that is, but sure.
Don't worry, you're fine without him. It depends. Like if you had him like Tampa Bay Lightning era, you're fine. If you had him Vancouver Canucks era, you'd probably just want to retire and never play hockey again. Jimquist's going to take out Automatic. First kill of the round. 57 HP left for Jimquist. A Winstrike, I think not often they've had the early pick. Maybe, what, the 3rd time this half? Waterfalls, that's a pretty easy jump to be trying for the 3rd time.
It's a little bit tricky sometimes. Sometimes, yeah, you are right. I've seen a few people mess it up.
Everyone's messed it up at least once,
Yeah.
but to do it twice in a row like that was like, all right.
Rush.
Oh, that's actually all right that he gets a kill there, considering that he was walking into literally 2 players on either side of him.
Yeah, he should be dead, though. There's no way he should get one. That's mad. Well, let's see if Winstrike can convert this round. A bit of a bizarre one, to be honest. And it will be Sticko on the side. Sends will be flashed in, does a little bit of damage there, but gets headshot in return. Down he goes eventually. And Skadoodle surely can't get multiple frags here. It's Golden now to try and pick up the pieces. 2 versus 1. He's trying to segregate them, but not going to happen. Boomich does find the 2nd round for them. Well played. 11-2. And only 2 of them survive, but they do bring over the AWP. Plenty of money for Cloud9. Don't worry about that. Skadoodle's got $10,000. So we did say Winstrike had to win the rest of these rounds. Was the play, a bit of an awkward exchange. Lovely shot to Sticko. And Boomich to close things out here. Finally, something going in their favor. They haven't won a round in a very long time. I think it's been 9 rounds since they have.
Yep.
Well, that's round number 3.
Yeah, that's pretty crazy when you think about it. So 2nd round achieved on the terrorist side of Inferno. Jimquist between 2 flames and realizes he's not quite Jack, not quite nimble, not going to jump over the candlestick. I forgot the word quick in there, so the rhyme didn't really work. It's fine. Waterfalls gets back into position with the AWP. There's no one actually still out looking down Banana. They've gone more passive in B. Skadoodle and Golden will be the 2 inside of that bomb site, aforementioned. Frag totals, just to give them to you, is Sticko that leads the way.
Okay.
As was hinted on the desk by Sean.
Yeah, going for the 30 bomb again.
Yeah, he's at 15. Skadoodle's just behind. And
miss.
could have tied him right there, but missed his chance. And Golden has as well. Jimquist's going to overrun Skadoodle immediately after 2 missed opportunities. More importantly, Skadoodles that now open up a sight for Winstrike and perhaps another round as they go down to just 2 players remaining on the Cloud9 side, one of which is Automatic, and he wants inside the smoke. The smoke dissolving. Melina's going to spot him. It could be back-to-back rounds with 5 players alive. That's pretty good.
That's not bad at all.
And it's going to break Cloud9.
Yes, you're right. And that's all down to that real miss at the start. If Skadoodle gets that first kill, it's going to take aggro away from the bomb side player itself. And maybe they could crossfire. And it was, by Skadoodle standards, the way he's playing right now, that was a pretty easy shot for him. But shot right through the wickets there. And it will be 11-3. 1 more round of the first half to go. Winstrike finally gets some wind in their sails. Some fuel in the rockets, and we'll see whether Rush is saved them 4 will be enough to get them the final round for Cloud9 here, because, as Matt said, they are completely broken here. Nice banana take, and quick through the smoke, why not? Melina finishing things off there, as Rush was the last remaining player, didn't get taken down, of course. So MP9s, still a couple of M4s here. Automatic, I think, will be on a pistol by the looks of things. Maybe he's been dropped a weapon. No, definitely not. He's on... Okay, MP9. There we go. So Sticko on the Deagle, and Automatic gets the SMG. Still enough to win a round. Inferno is one of those weird maps where SMG is actually super viable because there's so many tight little choke points and crevices you can hide within. And Sticko has hit this shot a couple of times. Not going to make it this time. It actually just swallows the grenade instead.
Swallow the pill. The red pill. Or if you're getting into your midlife crisis, maybe the blue pill for the males. Boomich still in the bottom side of mid. Golden's out behind the smoke but wants to back off.
Anyway.
Quick again is going to be the man to take over the apartments and Boiler. Boomich waiting to see if anyone wants to push back by playing the back side of that windowsill. But again, it's Winstrike, although they had success the last round on B, that want to lead off on A. And they've pushed the CTs back this time, at least in Banana, so it's not a huge deal. They're not giving away map control. They're not exactly taking it, but they're not giving it away. They just love to try and play this mid-wall position. Yeah, well, it's going well so far. I can see Arch. They've made decent progress around here. And Waterfall's patrolling the quad as well. They're looking very good, Winstrike. I have to say, this should be their round considering their positioning, but the smoke is good, and Sticko's Deagle looks a little bit better. Automatic with a chance now as Skadoodle shows us he's not just a one-trick pony. 3 kills with the M4A4. It's quick in a pretty much impossible situation. Even more so now, the Glock has to come out, and it's the USP that finishes things off. 12-3, Cloud9 with a bare bones bye in the final round. Will have a strong 12-3 lead going into the second half. Win the pistol, that's going to be GG in itself, but Skadoodle, he really did save the day there. He did a few times, I have to say. Yeah, this is Daddy mode. Yep. He's been excellent. He's gotten multiple 3-kill rounds now, and all 3 of them have been pretty spectacular.
Yeah, 17 kills, 5 deaths for him. Bit of a death sentence here for Winstrike, I have to say, unless they can have a very convincing pistol and show me they can get that 3-0. Could be the first team to leave this section of the major.
In windy London as well. Windy and rainy, you'd think that Winstrike would be right at home.
Yeah, you'd think so.
But they're not, are they? They're certainly, as we say too, this has to be mentioned, Swiss System 24-team challenger stage. This is the second major that has happened, but it is the first in which the teams who go 0-3 in the legend stage do not get readmittance to that challenger stage. They have to go to the minor system.
An important topic indeed. Either way, Boomage will be...
More so because you've got Mouse Sports versus FaZe. One of those 2 teams will be subject to that.
Yeah.
Huge.
And that's back to the minor. That's pretty wild. That also means that the minor is going to get a lot harder.
Oh, man.
Next
absolutely.
Major, you know? That's one slot almost guaranteed to one of those guys. Well, not guaranteed.
Yeah, there's no guarantees. No, there's no safe place in Counter-Strike.
Indeed.
In fact, I'll say it, you know, the whole ELO hell joke, the minors in some essence are ELO hell because you go in as a top team and everyone knows how you play. You've got no clue sometimes who you're going up against.
You're not going to have time to watch all those demos. That's a good point. Either way, Cloud9 going to... Oh, my goodness. That's really brave to crawl across the arch like that. I don't know what they were hoping for, but somehow got away with it. And Boomage now presumably done for here. He'll have too many players in front of him, but Jimquat can save the day, but Skadoodle too fast. As Sticko puts one of the final nails in the proverbial coffin there. It'll be Quick who has to pick up a 1 versus 4. Well, not going to happen. 13-3 has to be the forced by victory now for Winstrike. No 2 ways about it. It has to be a win here or it's over. Very simple approach here. I'm still a bit baffled with the crawl across the arch approach.
That is brave. You're right. He's very fortunate that the timing was in his favor, and because you could see it. I forget who it was we were watching on Speedway, but you could see them go, oh, wait, he's there, but the headshot was not available.
CZ's 5-7s, a few smokes.
Rush will take his time again, crawling once more to get to the top side of alt mid. Automatic, meanwhile, Molotov and grenades to follow up toward the sandbags. They'll collectively clear top banana. I kind of like that approach of the Molotov because it's going to last a longer duration, force a player further back, and then nading sandbag as opposed to the alternative where a lot of people will Molotov sandbag and nade the top. As soon as those nades are gone, someone can re-peek you effectively is what I'm saying. So it's kind of nicer. It gives you more time to start to work up with the weapons and take that territory.
Oh, good shot. Waterfalls gets significant damage, well, Sticko at least, but has to fall back, relinquish control of middle. And now they'll head back towards B. Cloud9, after pushing the CDs back, that was the objective. Just push them off middle, take that vision away, and go back towards B. So they can't necessarily have a stack. They still do. I feel like Winstrike can actually win this round. Watch out for this.
Orange is one, occupied. Quick, through the smoke. Boomich is out. Jimquist got the kill. You called it, Henry. They certainly could win it, and they might. Bomb down. It's just Golden. And he's left in a 1 versus 4. AK picked up. There's lots of other rifles for the taking. If they elect to extend to grab them, they may not even need to, quite frankly, with the crossfire set. Golden, good effect on the first kill. That's a rifle down, and it's a headshot. 100 HP still to work with. Bombs in front of him. 16 seconds, though, is the bigger issue, because with 3 players up, they really don't need to peek him, and then when he goes for the plant, he's done for.
No chance. I feel like Cloud9. Sure, it looked like they did the default, but they didn't really gain anything from it. They didn't find a single duel or kill. Just took a headshot, then fell back towards B. And to be honest, if you're the CT, if you say you just dinged maybe a couple of the middle and they've fallen back, you can probably say, yeah, you're fine to stay with your stack in B. I think you have to apply a bit more pressure towards A before you go for this execution. And there's Golden going down. And there we go. Might have a game on our hands. I said that was must win. That was their last chance to really have any sort of say in this game. And it works out for them. Could be going a little bit further into this one. 13-4 right now. Valina will be nading down. Could cause some significant damage. Actually missed completely, to be honest. Bounced off the wall somewhat, fumbling with the teammate. We'll see Rush and Co. make their way up towards B. They've got just the one smoke for spawn. They'll have to flash over. Luckily, there's 2 players there, but one of this boosted. Very powerful position against pistols. Maybe not so much the CZ. A lot of players will come in pre-firing that. But they're going to smoke spawn, I'd imagine, with a bit of a contact play. How far can they get? And Quick will just be getting the intel here, trying to sell the fact that he's there alone, but little do they know there is a boosted player behind him. Smoke in, and there it is. They're focusing so much on that solo player in spawn, they don't really account for Jimquai, who's boosted up and gets the first kill. But a bomb is planted.
Bomb is indeed, so that's something to work with. Well, not yet, but it is now. It was going to be. Still just pistols in their hands.
They got a little 3-man stack towards this, and not really going to work out for them though. Quick looking very sharp there with the M4A4. Skadoodle though. No way.
Wow. Skadoodle! Oh, I thought that Deagle was going to be lined up again. Sticko couldn't quite get away with it, but Skadoodle's got a gun. He's now gotten another 3-kill round. His 4th overall, but it's not enough to win it this time because Valina's still up, and he'll get the defuse.
It felt like it was happening, but the incendiary was just too much. He would have just full defused it after the incendiary went down, so Skadoodle had to go for it. So a little bit unlucky there, but still an impressive showing, I have to say. This still looks sharp. Sticko's 1D as well certainly contributed, but wasn't quite enough in the end. The incendiary locks him out. That didn't go down. He could have toyed with him a little bit more, but there we have it.
Waterfalls. Up in hand. Cloud9, no weapons, just pistols once more. Despite how close the last round came. From door to door as they spam in the hallways. Smoke goes down, Sticko won't be able to walk through. Pretty slow pace to the round so far from Cloud9 as they're trying to get themselves in position. I imagine the bomb plant is the priority uno. Waterfalls ready and waiting with the AWP. Catches out Rush, so the slow play really just feeds him the kills. Couldn't quite catch the second. However, Quick is in position at Arch. Sticko, good shot again from the Deagle. He's managed to kill once more. So too Skadoodle, who continues to be in good form. But it's still going to be a Winstrike round as they go 6-13.
Indeed they do. Money starting to get there for Cloud9. Should have been their game, but a little bit of a fumble towards our B bomb side. A great stack from Winstrike. Kept them in it. The orbs still in the hands of Waterfalls and Skadoodle here. First real gun round of the second half. Let's see what they can do with it. Winstrike need to start building up a huge amount of cash. They still have a couple of buffers, you know. It's not until 16 is over. Can make a couple of mistakes here, but that's about it. Good grenades at the start, good aggression as well, and I think Automatic spotted Jimquar getting aggressive here. He might be aware of his positioning, but luckily this smoke shrouds his movements for now. As Valina will fall back. He was the third member of the B bomb site. It's Skadoodle. Holding towards middle yet. Very good at this sort of pick. Pretty far in corners. CTs have full banana control though, but the majority of the utility still in the hands of Cloud9. They still have 5 smokes, bear in mind.
Smoke again to cover out Jimquar. You're right in mentioning Cloud9's ability to have held this utility because they have bled out a fair bit from the Winstrike side as well. There remains two incendiaries, excuse me. Jimquar's got one as well, but those are the only real defensive nades that they have. And even now, one of those is gone with still 37 seconds to play with for Cloud9. Jimquar didn't quite spot them, but he certainly heard them working their way toward Banana, the last defensive nade deployed. And it will funnel Cloud9 back at the very least. Speedway hold for Quick. He's the 4th man that would be on A if he rotates. He's actually leading off the other direction. He's soon going to realize now that the utility has gone on toward A. Boomich, good hold as he sits inside of the pit. Waterfall's another great shot from on top of the site, but now Cloud9 starts to come to life. Even trades, 2 versus 2, but inside of the site they get the plant and the rotations favor them. It certainly is. As Quick goes down, Automatic holds it. Jimquar's nowhere to be found. Yeah, if that kill goes in favor of Winstrike, they're really onto something there, but the fact Automatic gets it, you can see how far removed Jimquar is. Needs to get information on where 2 players are. Defuse a bomb. Time's already expiring. He's got plenty of money. Let's see whether he can actually justify going for this one. He will make his way through, but Automatic looks a little bit too sharp. Looks like, oh my goodness, he actually has a chance here. Automatic floundering a little bit here. He's got it. Wow. Doesn't have the time. Doesn't have the time. He's got to back away. He had a kid. I thought if he could get on it right away, he might get away with it, but not quite. He'll go down after the time expires as well. Cloud9 find 14, but that is very close. I knew if they got the trades going into the site, they'd be in a good position. You're right. Automatic's kill was huge. Did not expect Jimquar to get that close to it in the end.
Automatic getting it done. This kill especially. This decided the round. He got very, very close. He gets both the kills here, Jimquar. But no time left. I said they had plenty of money. I actually take that back. They really didn't. I thought they would have done after winning 3 rounds in a row, but
yeah, because keep in mind, Cloud9 with the pistol still got them down to a one-on-one in one of those rounds.
True. I did forget that factor. So shotgun, M4A4, and lose this round, you get to have almost nothing, $1,900 per player. So this has to be another must-win, I'm afraid. Not ideal, but let's see what they can do.
The chicken has been scared. The smokes have been thrown. Waterfalls will back away. Valina, this shotgun could be influential. He's backed off the angle in which I think it would have been the most likely in doing so as Rush occupies the space. Meanwhile, it's Quick inside one. Just one golden had to surely get that kill. This is shades of the exact same round.
Oh, but Automatic has got them pinned down. I'm not sure they're aware. As he'll bring it back to a 4-on-4, but still a lot of work to do here. Why they keep going to B when they're not sure if a stack is there. It's a little bit beyond me, but they are going to start rotating back towards the A side, and Automatic will try and lock in the remaining 2 players at B. Valina with the shotgun. We saw JW with some amazing shots in it earlier. Rush might feel the pellets here. He certainly does. It's starting to fall apart. And once again, Cloud9 can't seem to hold on to these anti-eco rounds, really. Like, anti-force by sure, but they're not doing themselves any favors. It looks so sloppy when they go in. They really start panicking. Just run a default, boys. Going as a 5, you're overcomplicating things way too much. You've got 1 player running on the site and dying. You've got 1 in CT spawn. The other 3 on the other site. Just a bit of a mess, not too complicated for my liking. But there we go. 14-7, Cloud9. With what looks like a technical timeout. I'm not sure. We haven't got a timer here. Maybe he doesn't have a chair issue.
chair issues. Those are my favorite.
The easiest ones to fix.
They are the easiest ones. Well, Skadoodle's been having a heck of a game, Henry.
Yes.
You can watch his POV, you know.
Oh, can I? How would I do that?
Well, all you got to do is have the Major Premium Pass on Twitch. FACEITMajor.com/Premium Pass. You can check out everyone's POVs, which is pretty cool. They're all on their own Twitch channels. There's more information on the website I just mentioned to you. But you also get exclusive VODs and all sorts of goodies. A little more interactive, a little more immersive for the Major, which is the way the viewership should be. So check that out. It's $10. $10.
$10. Can't be fairer than that. There we go. Good price, good product. Let's do it. Anyway, we're just sorting out the issue, whatever it may be. Cloud9, a few issues themselves. Can't be making these sort of errors. They look very weak in anti-force buy situations. Not enough thought and theory behind it. Seems like they just make a call and have to stick with it. So it's a sound issue with Winstrike, just heard. So they're relatively easy to sort out. It's normally just a TeamSpeak thing is normally the problem. I'll have a look at the scoreboards while we're here. You did say Skadoodle's having a great game, 24-10 for him. Just a peripheral issue, as you can see on the screen now. Golden 8-11. Not the best showing, but still, he's the in-game leader. They are winning quite convincingly right now, so can't look into it too much. Felina, 7-17. At the top for Winstrike is Quick with 19-16. Mid-table, Waterfalls and Jim Qual both with 13 kills. So there we go. Still a lot of work to do here. But on the CT side, keep winning force buys. You always got a chance. Not over till it reads 16, like we said. Cloud9 have not looked their best right now.
Certainly not.
The organization and 3 of the players in this squad are the current CSGO major champions from back in Boston. Around, 7 months ago now?
Yeah, about that. What month are we on? We're on month 9, I suppose. But it was the end of month 1. So I'll give you 7.5.
All right.
We'll split the difference.
That's CSGO changes every single day. It's never a foregone conclusion who's the best team, who's going to win. You never really know. It was a surprise, a shocker that Cloud9 took the previous major. I don't think they'll be doing it this time.
It was a brilliant run.
It was. They actually, like you said, they went from 0-2 at that major and went on to win the whole thing. So that's pretty wild.
And an epic final.
It really was.
Epic indeed.
Headsets are still off, so it might be a little bit more time here. If you are just joining us, it's a 0-2 game. The first team will be eliminated from this sector of the major.
Apparently he managed somehow pulled a cable or something otherwise to damage his in-ear. The in-ear phones that go underneath of these lovely helicopter pilot headsets.
Yes. Is there a company that makes like a, I'm not sure we can mention any companies, but is there any gaming company that make a proper like soundproof headset, like a gaming headset has actually got active noise cancelling?
No, I don't think with active noise cancelling, no.
Surely that's got to be a no-brainer.
I don't think it would be a gaming company that would...
But like just for the sake of this, just to get some branding of these events and stuff.
That's where it's worth it, is the branding. I was going to say, you got to think like being on stage for the amount of times that they're going to be used, it's a very small market.
Yeah. More
so because they're going to be expensive and tournaments are going to buy them once, so the resale or potential or the market is very limited. But yes, you're right. The branding potential is huge on it.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, though, there is some companies that or some tournament organizers that are working on noise canceling the microphones in aftermarket or after third-party software, basically.
Yeah. Well,
but no, directly no. People make very sound-resistant headsets.
Sure.
And they pump white noise into them, which is why you have to wear a headset. Sometimes they do, not always. I don't. In this case, I can't imagine they are because we're not yet into the crowd.
Yes.
They may when we do that. I'm not sure. But in most cases, that's why you have to wear the in-ear under it, because you can't pump the white noise without detracting from the sound too much otherwise.
Okay.
The science of sound with Sadokist.
Well, it certainly filled a gap as we're back into the game.
I do that.
14-7, and remember, this is Cloud9 on, I think, a force buy. Indeed it is. If they can pull this one back, which there is a good chance they can do, there'll be a match point, but I feel like Winstrike going to take us the distance. I wouldn't be surprised this goes 30 rounds.
Molotov, another incendiary, gets out in time despite the blindness of which Quick had. He manages to relocate, somehow toward Ruins, gets the reload, cancels it, and then takes out Golden's head just in the nick of time. 4 HP left. Surely you would have thought he went down. Bomb's planted, but Skadoodle has little to do with it. Might be able to get Quick. He knows he's tagged, so he continues to look toward Ruins, hoping he can pick up one further kill, but Quick knows he doesn't need to peek, and Cloud9 have to wait one further as we go 14-8.
Absolutely. Winstrike holds strong. Like I said, looking comfortable on the CT side. Might not have enough time to show us how good they can be, but Quick getting it done. It's a single kill with the AK there. Obviously the other kill was with the Incendiary. The second with the AK comes in there, and then the third indeed. Great stuff by him. As we get into round number 23, getting closer. Cloud9 maybe starting to feel the pressure a little bit more as they have to go for another eco here. As soon as he gets to double digits, when you start doubting yourself a little bit, thinking this could be a reality, we keep making mistakes, not looking amazing. I think they're just rushing B with HE grenades here to nade the corner. I think they're going to swallow more than actually dish out, so there's nothing really connects for Cloud9 at all. They're still going to force the issue here, and Jimquai looking for the big spray down. He can sense the eco players on the other side.
$28,000 of equipment value on the Winstrike side, $2,800 for Cloud9. That says enough about the eco round that it is. Displayed to you underneath of the team names. It's very clever, that. Jimco's waiting to coffins. He'll try and get information. Does spot stick out, goes back out, but it's Quick that he's baiting in for. Quick's gone down. This could be the same in reverse. As Jimqua trying desperately to spray back toward the coffins, can't quite get the shot toward the smoke. Waterfalls holds off Sticko. Jimqua's going to take down Skadoodle. And the defuse comes through for Winstrike.
Well, there we have it. Bomb planted at least, that's all they were looking for, so not bad. That'll do. We'll see if they can continue this little streak they're on right now on the CT side. It's now 3 rounds in a row for Winstrike. Now they're looking a little bit more happy. Fist bumps coming out. The coach has stood up, got his head out of his hands now. And they've got a decent amount of cash stored. 2 AKs on the CT side. We've always talked about how beneficial that is. And just having cash available, just if you have to win that one round, lose that one round, you still have cash. You're not going to be thrown to an eco. Obviously, objective is going to win every single one. Image brave to push all the way down towards these steps. You can get spammed to hell here, as you can see. They're attempting it, not connecting just yet. Retake coming in towards Banana, and automatic will go down. Great stuff there from Winstrike. Assertive. They're not just sitting back and resting on their laurels. Boomich wants to slice at the action. Snicko might take him down here, but no.
Oh,
Rush. 3.
Rush needed to get that kill. He is going to try to get around the corner. He still can't catch Boomich. How's he alive? Because he almost sprayed away too many bullets and went down in the first fight. He gets away with 6 HP. They can't catch him now. They know he's gone. They know he's isolated. So leave him there for now. Take the site and worry about him after. And Rush just barely does that. Gets a shot onto Valina and now puts him inside with 15 HP. On the platform next to the bomb to play with Golden. Skadoodle, meanwhile, has to look back out toward Quad.
Yeah, has a drop down.
Boomich, I'm very surprised by this, was in alt mid toward the apartments as an elected to rotate all the way around to CT rather than going back up the apartments and working Quad with his teammates. Perhaps he thought they would be watching, perhaps he thought they would be waiting given they knew he was there, but either way, it's Boomich that gets position in that rotation and still finds a kill. So fool me not, shame on you, and it's now a defuse for Winstrike. 10 rounds achieved. We're double digits for both sides, and Cloud9 might have a shadow of doubt creeping in.
Yes, I think so. They've got money to buy. It won't be amazing. I don't think they can get the AWP out unless Sticko wants to buy and take no armor for himself. Rush could also do the same thing. So, very close, but great assertive play from Winstrike at the start of the round. Got that first pick. Locking it down in the retake where they had the advantage as well. Didn't give much away at all. Quick throwing away the HE there for maybe new viewers are not aware. You can only hold 4 grenades in total. So if one of those happens to be an HE and you want the incendiary instead, you have to throw one away and rebuy.
Interestingly, although there are only 4 nades, you can hold 2 flashes, but it's the only nade in which you can have 2.
Yes, and you can't rebuy, so you can't spawn, throw a smoke, then rebuy another smoke. You can only buy 1 of each item.
Yeah. Yeah, that would be OP.
Yes.
Especially on a map like Inferno. Rotate your third A player toward B, throw a smoke, run back through spawn, pick up another one, head over toward A. Boomich is holding in the pit. Steps out, finds Rush. Skadoodle's got one back on Valina, mind you, but the HP is starting to be whittled away. They've only found, I take it back, I was going to say only found one kill, but Automatic changes that by getting one on Jimqua. Meanwhile, Quick is pushed all the way down Banana. Pre-scoped already. 2 ops and an AK to hold off the site. If this goes into a post plant, that may be a problem depending on what kills transpire before we get there. Down to a 2 versus 2. Now it's an op and an AK, and that's going to work out. Automatic trades back. Quick AWP getting toward the apartment, still smoked off. Automatic has no clue. That's where he's coming from, as shown by throwing out the Molotov, and Quick strikes upon it. It's now 11 for Winstrike.
It's getting a bit dicey now. Maximum loss bonus for Cloud9, but it's not quite enough. I think they have to take a partial buy here. Yeah, no plan for a couple of rounds, I think. No, the last one they had. So still, it doesn't transfer to this round. They're going to have to take a tactical time by the looks of things. Here's the loss bonus on your screen, illustrated in a lovely manner. You can see all the information here. Automatic and Skadoodle, lots of frags. Same with Sticko, he's getting up there. Golden, not so much. Hasn't frags in quite a while on 8 and 15. 25 for Quick. Great job by him. Boomich starting to get a little bit scary on the A side as well. Looks very confident in his ability. As we get a little bit deeper into the game. Round number 26. I did say 30 was possible. And all it took was that failed anti-force by attempt from Cloud9. A little bit of a lackluster approach, and it's opened the door of opportunity. Just ajar slightly. We're not quite there yet. So CZ's and Deagle, a few smokes, definitely capable of winning these sort of rounds. But like I said, assertive and aggressive play from the CT. He's not giving in just yet. Valina decides that's not the duel for him. If he does go down, that could be his team compromised. He's got to make sure they guarantee every round. He can't afford a mistake. Risks have to be calculated.
Three players to take the approach in the apartments. Alina waits at pit. He will be all important in this round, given that they've gone 3 defensively toward A. He backs off, smokes himself in, anticipating perhaps Molotov heading in his direction, tries to get up above and see towards the apartments, but he's lost track of everything. The smokes work. He's down. M4, not quite grabbable. It's actually on the safe side of the smoke where Boomich can occupy and overlook it. He's taken out Sticko, and he'll relocate. So they can't get a gun from this. They, in fact, now find themselves held inside of the pit. Rotation toward library has already taken place. Waterfalls puts himself there with the AWP to try and watch the doorway. But they're buying a lot of time. Cloud9 down to 25 seconds. And although it looked good to find that opening kill and to get all-important position, or rather distill the defensive position of pit, they couldn't go anywhere further, and it's another round for Winstrike.
Certainly is. A little bit scary for Valina and co there. They lost the first kill, but Waterfalls swings in with the AWP from the B site. Hits pretty much every shot required, denied the bomb plan. And Cloud9 have another buy here, but still can't find round number 15. And then they still need to get one more after that. They could get reset once they find match point. Overtime still on the cards here. A little bit scary. It was 12-3 at half. And now a 9-2 in the second. So Cloud9 still not looking their best here. Oh, good run boost, I have to say, from the CTs at the start. They might commit off it. Not quite. It's going to be throwing the smoke and holding off.
Golden just anticipating or hoping, perhaps rather, that anyone inside of the hallway would receive some of those bullets from his AK if someone should be there. We've got a pause. We still have Automatic standing in spawn, so all for naught at this point in time, hence why we've switched to the picture of Skadoodle. Or at least it was Skadoodle. Yeah, it does look like a sound issue as they'll jump in and try and fix things on the Winstrike side, who are now within striking distance. 2 rounds, and they will be tied with Cloud9. Remarkable.
It is pretty mad that we've got here after 12-3 half.
12-3 half and pistol.
And pistol.
That seems to be the way it always goes.
Yep.
It's like the comeback score is 12-3, but more often than not, when the comeback actually happens from that score, it's also 13 at 3, and then they lose the eco, and then it just falls apart.
Looks like Boomich has got a sound issue from what I could see. Looks like he's given a new pair of in-ears. Maybe they've had some issues. Something about the monitor, allegedly.
It was good. You were on the right track there, though, right, Henry?
Yeah.
That was
sound,
really good.
vision,
Sounds,
same.
yeah. One of the 5 senses. His sense of smell is off. The game has to be paused. They've got to get him some nostril cleansing. Vicks Vapor Rub, if I can say that, Henry. But it is now looking like it's underway. Oh, I take that back. I saw the timer ticking down at the top of the screen, but they've actually repaused it. So we're not quite ready to go. Even Golden is a bit curious as to why that is. It could be. Okay, they've just done the restart now and reset the money. I was going to say maybe there was a tactical call on top of it, but that's not the case. They're just resetting the server.
We've got the backup loaded. We go into round number 27, ladies and gentlemen. Cloud9. Backs to the wall here. It was looking so good. Skadoodle was in 5th gear, looking absolutely electrifying with the AWP. Sean called Inferno as his best map, and can't argue the results, but they've certainly dropped off in the last few. They've now lost 6 rounds in a row against Winstrike here. Inferno has been played a lot in this major so far, but it always delivers great games, in my opinion. Always a lot of fun to watch. Great tactical depth to it. And we'll see whether Boomich wants to continue with the aggression that Winstrike have been displaying in the beginning of each of these rounds. He has been challenging towards second middle. Coming across now. Golden stuck in a horrible position. Flames all around him. Blind as well. Takes a nade right to the face.
Stood where he was. If I don't move, I won't burn.
Yeah.
Well, it works out. Cloud9 up against it now, really. 14-13 looms, and without a bomb plant, even with the lost round bonus, they might not be able to buy in the next round, depending on, as I say, plant more importantly. Skadoodle to the top side of mid. He'll cover off the wall with the AWP. Looks over toward the arch as well.
There we go. Just a note, quick boosted in the same position Golden was. 3 players towards the B sides, and for now, Cloud9 seem focused on it. Could go for a split. The bomb's actually heading up towards Banana now. So they're actually going into the lines. They're going to go for the old banana split. Sounds delicious, but can be quite deadly. As
if you're a diabetic.
Yes, indeed. Skadoodle will make his way through. They've got a great position here. But you can see Waterfalls, he's watching this like a hawk. He's ready to go. He knows there's a possibility here. 20 seconds. If he just finds one of these kills, they won't be able to go much further. How can they possibly take him down now? They'll just have to rush at him. Can't really smoke him, can't really do much, but here we go. Some frags coming through.
That's a bit of an unfortunate situation for Quick, because when they do rush by, they get the angle onto him from spawn, but they're not ready for Jimquo to also be there in dark spot. 12 seconds, bombs down. Winstrike with the winning strike as they take down Skadoodle, and they are certainly in this game. Cloud9 suddenly could find themselves 0-3. It didn't look like that at the end of the first half, but it does now, as even though Winstrike's 1 round back, they've got the economic advantage.
This would be the worst way to go out as well. We've got 12-3. And then it all crumbles around you.
And back to the minor after the roster changes.
I know the major
mentality has
right
been, this is
I'm not sure
team breaking.
Yeah, what would happen to this team if that happened? I don't think they're in contracts and stuff. I don't think the motivation would be there anymore. Players like Automatic, for example, seem so dejected this year. Haven't really seen much from him since the major. He's got to be the star of this team now. They are rushing. They could turn it all around here, but the Flames are good, and there it is. The frags come in. Definitely was a moment of worry there for Winstrike. They're going to tie things up.
Unreal. Unreal. Winstrike tie it to 14 after being down 13-3 after the second pistol. Not just the 12-3 scoreline, it's the 13-3 that you also have to consider. Jimquo takes that golden sticko. 1 kill on the Deagle. He's had that many times with pistols, but that's not enough. Waterfalls finds him, and Cloud9 pressure on. Defending champions might get knocked out. 0-3, sure, slightly different roster, but still the name holds true. And if they do, they go straight to the minor, not even to the challenger stage. Winstrike, therefore, would also survive. Whether or not they're capable of going from 1-2 and making it back into the top 8 is up for debate, but they certainly secure a spot at the next major.
My God. Skadoodle on the AWP. They need him to pull out all the stops here. A few of the players completely dropped off. Haven't seen much from Gold in this half. Still on 8 kills. It really isn't that promising. The tactics haven't really been there, I'm afraid. I can't really say that they've looked electrifying in the strategic department on this side when they need him. B-split was very telegraphed and CTs were ready for it. They've struggled in the anti-force by anti-eco rounds. What have they got now? An execution of sorts here. Good incendiary, or Molotov I should say, from Sticko. Very nice and deep there. And can they find round number 15? It's so tense right now. Cloud9 have got a lot more to lose than Winstrike. Current champions could be the first team to go 0-3 in this sector of the tournament and go back to the minors.
What a absolute shock that would be.
Oh my god, that looks good for Boomage as well. Great positioning. Oh, the timing though.
That's huge. Rush has opened it up. Cloud9 trying to find that 15th round. Valina couldn't find the shot either. Rush was weak, but he still comes out on top, and Sticko does the same. Waterfall's got one back in between. So Winstrike look like they're going to fall slightly short of that 15 mark, more so because Jimco was found. So it's all about saving the gun for... I take that back. They've got tons of money. What am I saying? They've had so many rounds in a row.
Yes,
he can actually punish Cloud9 more so, which is actually more important. It's worth it for him to go down in this case. He needs to get every gun out of Cloud9's hand that he can because a reset is about to take place. And I know it's going to be a reset. It sounds weird to say that because we're hitting round 15, but it's also going to limit the investment in the next round, more to the point.
If he can take all 3 down, they won't have fully equipped grenades. They won't have the AWP, for example. So yes, if he can do that, great. But still, having the AK on the CT side is still worthwhile. He doesn't want to throw everything he's got at it. Because obviously we always talk about, oh, he wants...
Oh,
nice
I don't
idea.
think he was aware that yeah, was quite as deadly in the hallway as that.
Nice idea. He wanted to run through there and catch him. You can actually, it's one of the weird maps. Some maps you can be like a country mile away and still go down the bomb blast. Inferno, you can look at it right next to it and enjoy the explosion and be fine.
Yeah, he was similar to what Doja's idea was. He just didn't have a nade, so he was going to rush it instead and try and catch them off. So 15 for Cloud9. They can breathe a small sigh of relief, but by no means are they done yet.
Well, even at this point, this will be another hollow victory for Cloud9. Well, they haven't really had any so far, but they do get this one. Just getting through this one with his skinnier teeth, you'd be thinking, guys, we've got to get better than this. Oh my God, 30 rounds. I can't believe we're at the 30th round, considering 12-3 in favor of Cloud9. Everyone looked on point. Skadoodle was putting on a clinic. It all leads to this moment. Can Winstrike take us to overtime and reset everything? It'd be quite exciting if it did happen, I have to say. There's part of me that wants to see the overtime out. I really want to see the emotional roller coaster of Cloud9 here.
So Rush inside of Boiler. Boomich rotates back around. It's Valina that actually could strike. Oh, he's going to. That's easy. Sticko's not even ready for it. Timing perfect as he gets back up the hallways. Man advantage to Winstrike yet again. It's bizarre to me. I was thinking at the start of this half, Henry, and I was going to say it, but I didn't want to because I didn't think it was likely. I said, we haven't seen an overtime in my head yet. But considering how many we had in the Challenger stage, we haven't. You and I, obviously, there's been 2, both for Hellraisers. Oh, Valina's got Skadoodle. That's 2 for him. His timing's been absolutely perfect on the flank position inside of the apartments. Bomb is locked off on the arch side. Thankfully, Automatic's gotten Valina down. That'll open up the backside of mid, top mid, I should say. But Jim Quat rotating down has gotten him. Pillar nearly saves Waterfalls. But Golden with the kill. Bypasses the threat that loomed below. He's got the bomb, but he's got a 1 versus 3, and he's desperate with 8 seconds. This goes to overtime all day. Winstrike have pulled this back, and we need, do we need extra rounds? Yes, we do, because Jim Quiz smartly realized and just barely wasn't too far around that corner because Golden nearly went after him.
He didn't do anything in that second half. If he did won that round and gone over the finish line, all would be forgiven. I think those 3 kills were his part of 3 of the 4 he got that half. So needs to step up in the fragging department somewhat, but there it is, overtime, boys. And that actually is a huge advantage to Winstrike, I'd say. They stay on the CT side. They're the ones who are hyped up that's gone to overtime. Cloud9 will be the ones that gutted. So Everything's reset.
Cloud9 overtime in the majors.
10K MR3, just to note. CT side is a little bit more at a disadvantage in that sense. If you would go for a double orb, for example, you can run out of money by the third.
It was Inferno overtime against FaZe that won them the major.
That's very true. And classy Stewie 2K orb finish.
Yes, it was. Indeed. That was to force overtime.
Was it really? Okay.
Yeah, the 3-kill inside of the B site.
Yeah,
that was to force overtime. I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, I think you're right. It was 15-14.
And he got all he really needed was 1 kill based on the timing, but he got all 3 just to make it stylish.
It was good. Stewie 6K getting it done. Anyway, here we go. First to 19. 18-18. We do it all over again. Skadoodle takes a boatload of damage there, down to 50 points of health. Lucky does take more, to be honest. There it is. I was about to say, where are the HE grenades? Signed, sealed, and delivered. There they are, but Sticko's got 2 kills here. Surely.
Oh, don't. Oh, too soon. Too eager.
But to be fair, you would never expect 2 people to push that position. It doesn't make any sense.
Absolutely not, but he saw him and just couldn't get the second kill. Boomic gets away with another one inside of the apartments. Remember last time he had 6 HP and ran down mid?
He's been an animal this half, I have to say. Very aggressive, and it's working. And that's why they send 2 people there, I guess. You can get the trade if required.
It does pay off. They've got the man advantage again. Quick, spraying in, wants to bait them around, bait them toward the boost. Jimquad does get one there before going down to Golden, and Automatic will retrieve the bomb. Plant on the Orange's side, so that tells me they're going to play toward Ruins and play the safe. They're not going to go back toward Banana. Golden, late smoke. Thankfully, they've got one. He's going to hold off the rotation. Swings back out. Quick's on the other side. Nade's going to land perfectly on top of his feet. I say that there's a little wall there, and apparently it was on the wrong side of it because Quick doesn't even take damage at all.
Automatic with the AWP. Golden with him. The bomb's picking up some pace now. CT's obviously going to go for this one, but the shot is hit by Automatic. Can he stay alive there? It's looking good. Golden, like we said, has been struggling in this half so far, but this is looking much better. Can he close things out? You better believe he can. Big round for Golden. The in-game leader delivers the round just when they need it. 3 kills in total. And that's going to be 16-15 in favor of Cloud9. Big round, considering they didn't really get anything done on the T side. That's great for them to kick things off with a victory.
Absolutely huge. Finally, Golden gets his way. It puts them, as you say, up 1 round with the 10K overtime. We now see the effects of that. If Cloud9 were able to pick up this round as well, it would leave very little money on the CT side and perhaps be exactly what Cloud9 needs to win out, close out this game. It's taken far longer than it should have if they even get that far, because we're not done. Winstrike could easily pull this back. They've been emphatic on the CT side. They're going to push down Banana this time with a smoke out in front of them. It's Automatic on the other side of it, but no one getting aggressive. No one to be found by the spam. Flames just enough to disable Waterfalls from seeing into Boiler. His position is pretty good, but he can't respond in time to have shot up the stairs. It gives away that he's at top middle. He'll relocate now as a result of that. Not far off where he was, though, into Quad. Okay, now he's going to transfer all the way over toward Library. But the double push again. Double push again, and it's the same result. Sticko gets Valina. Boomic is there for the trade.
Absolutely is. Back and forth we go. Cloud9 right now with a 1-0 lead. If they can get this second round, like we said, the money will be ruined for the final one.
This is interesting, though, because they know that there was 2 in apartments, so they know that they have to take the arch side. They've already set up top mid to do so, and Golden was just waiting in the arch to catch out Waterfalls, but Quick's responded. Smoke down doesn't matter. Golden is perfect. They've read this exactly as they needed to. They knew Boomic was still inside of the apartment hallways, take the opposing side of A, and take the site. It's a matter of just taking care of Jimquad at this point. Bomb's not yet planted, but it will do so with 23 seconds. They just want to double-check that everything's covered off. And Jimquad's going to go the long way, all the way to the apartments. Free kill to Automatic, but information and tons of time to use it because he's still so far from the site that they can position accordingly. Molotov went down a little bit early toward the balcony position, but He'll walk up from quad either way. AK in hand. A few shots. Skadoodle tagged. Golden peeks back out, and Skadoodle makes good on the shot from the AWP. It's 17-15, and now that money is a massive factor.
Yeah, no, there's almost nothing left for the CTs now. If they get the 3-0 sweep here, Cloud9 could be almost locked in to knock Winstrike out of the tournament. Good stuff from Golden. Nice awareness. Takes them down. Skadoodle hitting a nice shot as well. Much opportunity there towards the end for Jimquad, but good positioning from Skadoodle and co. They knew exactly where he was coming from, and this should be a guaranteed round. They have struggled against the pistols, I'll say that much. Just need to do a slow default, have one person watching the flanks, and operate as a unit, dissecting the map, and hopefully don't run into a full stack. That's what they've done twice now on Inferno. So again, 3 players towards B, defensively for Winstrike. Automatic's got nice early information. That's good. You can definitely probe towards B and to see if there's a kill available. You know you've got the advantage in terms of the weaponry. Good HE, not going to do too much damage, but baits out of smoke at least.
Goes down though, defensively Winstrike. You said it, baiting out smokes, have only 2 left to work with. And 3 pistols. Cloud9 suddenly back. Wherever did they go?
I'm not sure. They haven't got a ton of tournament experience with this particular roster. Remember, it is quite a bizarre one. Golden brought over from Fnatic, Sticko, Mouse Sports, brought in with the, I guess you could say, core now of Cloud9. But there's something, it's not quite right for me. Something's off. Doesn't feel like this team has the same deadly potential as the previous Cloud9 roster. As Rumich will be holding towards Arch there. Takes a lot of damage. This is looking very good for the Cloud9 squad now. Shouldn't be giving this one up. Great shots coming in. Clean sweep at looks of things. 3-0 locked in. As Automatic will close things out formally. We need 1 round on the CT side for Cloud9 to not only take them to a 1 and 2 scoreline, save them from the minors. It's a new addition to this major system brought in by Valve for this major, that anyone in this section that goes 0 and 3 has to go back down to the minor system. You can't just consistently
and that'll buy some life as well, because as we said, if you lose in this fashion and go 0 and 3 in this tournament, as they would have done with that comeback especially, king of comebacks, Winstrike, by the way, they mentioned it on the desk, train against Mouse Sports in the last major.
They were 12-3 down there as well.
Yep, nearly
did the same thing.
Nearly did it twice. Just to point out, though, I mean, that we said it, we didn't know what would happen to this roster at that point, right? Especially the response from an overwhelming amount of public people on Twitter.
Yeah, I felt like
sure there would be
if
a
they
lot.
did go 0 and 3, this team, you wouldn't see much of them after that.
No, but now that they'll at least, if they're able to close this out, at least secure something in the next major,
I agree.
Might save them.
Yep, I do agree. That was a very extreme circumstance we were building.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, and there's no guarantee that what we're saying would have happened, but it's highly likely, to be completely honest with you.
Anyway, this is it. Cloud9 back on the CD side. I love this boost. It always seems to yield a frag. You can watch Boiler and indeed towards middle with it. Difficult for the Ts to pre-aim that. Got banana control on the Winstrike side. No damage inflicted to the teams just yet. More significant damage, I should say. Jimquad's being naded slightly. In terms of control, very basic for now. Going for that mid area. Good incendiary from Automatic. That's going to push them back somewhat, as the Ts wanted to potentially commit to that, but had to fall back. And Automatic repositions. Could get flashed through for his team now. I think that's what he's waiting for, or actually just looking away for the T side of flash. Another incendiary thrown. He's going to try and strike off it. Only good for 1. That actually helps out Winstrike.
Yeah, looked like the potential was there for him to get a multiple spray down, but only the 1. Good trade. It's quick now. We'll go back, having gotten that kill with his teammates toward Banana. Skadoodle was amazing on the CT side before, timing slightly off as he scopes out Golden. He didn't kill him, did he? He didn't. He's still there at water. He even thought that he did. He's killed the next guy, backed off, and by the time he goes back out, Valina's made up for it and found Skadoodle as well. That's rather remarkable. He crouched underneath of it, and Golden looked away. He still made up for the other kill, and the man who stays alive is the man who wins the round for Winstrike.
What's happened there?
That is unbelievable. Golden could have easily re-peeked him as well. He didn't even realize it. I think he thought he went down because his name was still in the kill feed from the previous kill.
I have no idea what has happened. Let's have a look. So it's
looks away.
Well, I guess he's like, well, that's gone now.
Yeah, maybe Skadoodle will get that instead. I'll just worry about the next guy.
Which he did, but then Valina, great call. He didn't go for the plant. He knows they'll be rotating. That's his 4th kill, by the way. He just kept them in this game. If they can win this round, Matt, remember, it's the same situation. The money's broken for Cloud9. It's probably going to be a 3-3. And we'll do it all over again.
That's actually insane to think that Valina only got 4 kills. Got 4 kills, I should say, in that round. It has 13 total.
Sticko needs to be careful here.
So he was quiet. Sticko does need to be very careful here, because if they lose 2 in a row, it's the same situation in reverse, and Winstrike once more could sweep the T side and force out yet another overtime. Pressure's on again for Cloud9. I don't mind that Golden didn't finish him off right away and got the 2nd kill. But the fact that he turned around and couldn't close it afterward was hugely unfortunate.
Yeah, and now 5 versus 4, this could actually happen. What it felt like the lock-in, the 3-0 T side, could fall apart. Golden and automatic. Tim has made a massive call to rotate over and back up Golden. He is the star player of this team now. Let's see if he can step up. His Golden's going to be boosted, though. Will he be able to find the frags required? Oh, that's one cross. Not the second, though. Can't find the frag. There it is. Automatic. Taking matters into his own hands as he'll get 2, and now it's a 3-on-3.
Rotations coming in. Automatic took the information from Golden to make good on it, but the bomb still gets planted, and unfortunately he was found in the smoke before he could find a gun that had any ammo, which means Boomich now holds off toward water, goes to the CZ, but it's Skadoodle instead, and it's Cloud9 that just barely keep themselves not only in this major, but the next one at 19-16. Second overtime for them in this event now, as they had the same score in reverse against Hellraisers. But man, oh man, this is not looking comfortable for Cloud9 at all.